Hey guys, welcome back to Show and Tell. I've got this, I believe, is an authentic copy of Pokemon Emerald I got a couple of years ago. I do have a fakey version I got on eBay even longer ago, but I believe this one is an actual copy. It's got, like, the board looks exactly like a board would for Emerald, other than, like, a new battery, just because the battery had run out years ago. It's got like those little letters that you can barely see on like either side of the cartridge. Uh, it's got everything that works out. It's able to trade with other games, so I think it's an actual cartridge. But with what do you call it? With the old Pokemon games, it's so hard to figure out if you've got an actual godforsaken cartridge or if you got a stupid fake that somebody sold you. But no, whatever. Anyway, we're not here to talk about that. I don't know why I did like a little rant on Pokemon Emerald, but either way, we're here for some good old opening some more Digimon cards. Sorry if I cannot speak. I just swallowed an entire pizza whole because sometimes you just gotta swallow pizza. I didn't eat it. I took the frozen piece of it and I just ate the entire chunk in one massive gulp. So that was definitely something. Either way, we're here opening some more alternative being. Definitely seeing a lot of alternative beings throughout this entire thing, but as usual, for my Digimon card opening things, I am going to be glossing over cards that I have already looked at in the series. So if you see a card that you want me to like kind of go further in depth with, and I just don't, go back to see earlier episodes because I most likely said something asinine about it. But either way, we're getting right into this because we still have like 20, I don't know, 20 more packs to like crawl through. So we gotta speed this stuff up. So either way, first up we got Male Bergermon. Uh, have we seen this one before? Let me go ahead and check. No, we have not. I actually do have this card in my collection, but it was from like a random lot I got on Amazon. So I haven't talked about it here. Maybe we should do it. So we got Male Bergermon. It is a blue champion level, 5000 DP, and its ability reads: on play, when your opponent's Digimon with the lowest level, so like level down here, uh, gains when attacking lose to memory until the end of your opponent's turn. I guess that might be a good ability, but the problem is it's an on play, meaning you need to like take up 5 memory just for that to work. So you really got to be banking on either you have a ton of memory and you just kind of want to hurt your opponent, either give you more memory or just try and stop them from attacking whatsoever. If not, you're just wasting memory, I would say, because it's not a really amazing card. The only other effect it's got is uh, on deletion save. So same thing that all cross cards will have. Then its inheritable reads jamming. So jamming just means when you fight a security battle, you'll never get deleted. I mean, it might get used for a Digicross, so it could be useful there. My problem just is like you wouldn't want to play this card on its own. You either want to Digivolve with it or just use it in the Digicross. So it's like it seems like it has its uses, but they're so niche. I don't know. I do like its art though. It's like just kind of fighting something though. As always, it doesn't get brownie points because there's only one Digimon pack or in the card. Next up, we actually have a Lopmon. So I like how it's like trying to cover itself up with its ears. The ears always look so cute on those Digimons. Yes. Either way, Lopmon is a green level 3 with 1000 DP, and its ability reads: on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, add one 2-color green card, and one tamer with Shu Chong Wong, which is Henry's sister. But I think was she called Shu Chong in the English dub? Because I don't remember that. And its name among them to your hand, place the rest of the bottom of the deck in any order. Then its inheritable reads: your turn, while allowance happens, while alliance suspends one of your Digimon, this Digimon may Digivolve into a 2-color green Digimon card in your hand for the cost. When this Digimon would Digivolve by this effect, reduce it by 2. Hmm. So because this is inheritable, it would probably need to be used with like Black Gargomon or Toludimon, and then you'd be trying to like go into Antilamon or I'm guessing Black Rapidmon. I'd say it would be fine because you're going to be using Alliance a lot with this archetype. It seems like, and just getting like a free. It's not a free Digivolution, but it's kind of like an instant one. Kind of like you're still allowed to Digivolve instantly as like Alliance happens. So I don't know. I was thinking about it for a second that might have been good, but then again, it might not be all that right. It seems like it could be useful, but I'd have to find situations. So I think it's a fine card. I like it for its art though. All the shadows it's got on it. Stuff we got Gassomon. So Gassomon or Gaussmon, I guess. That's supposed to be the rookie level of Greymon Core, not regular Agumon. It's Gaussmon. I've seen it in like certain things, but I've never actually, you know, seen it in a video game that mattered, I guess. But either way, I like its art where it's like running towards the card with like Missymons flying around. I think that's pretty cool. Though this thing always looks so weird, it just looks like a head with legs. Like it doesn't have hands, it doesn't have a body. It's just head. It's just a head with legs and tail. It's very weird. Anyway, it is a blue rookie with 1000 DP, and its ability reads: Your turn once per turn. When a card with blue flare in its trait is played, draw one. When a card with Twilight trait is played, return one Digimon card with cross requirements from your trash to your hand. Excuse me. That would actually be pretty good because if I remember correctly, Kiriha and Nene's ability is to try and allow you to use stuff from the trash as Digicross material, which means you can link it with this to get even more Digicross material, kind of, you know, adding on to like things you can Digicross. So I think that's a pretty good ability. Uh, and then just kind of the draw thing is not amazing, just because you wouldn't want to keep this thing out on the field to keep letting you draw, but you know, secondary ability actually pretty good. So not a horrible card. Sadly, it has no inheritable. I don't get that. Why not? Why not? Anyway, another black Garurumon, even though I don't refer to it as this thing doesn't refer to it as such. We've got Wendigomon here. And Wendigomon's always looked kind of weird with its lips. Don't know what they're trying to say there, but I think there is. I'm not sure if I really like the art in this card. It's mostly because of like massive lips. Don't know why they decided to go for that way, but you know, whatever. I guess it is a purple and green level 4 with 4000 DP, and its ability reads: Digivolve 2 from a level 3 with Terriermon or Lotmon in its name, and then its ability is Alliance. So it's pretty much the same thing as Gargomon or Black Gargomon, except for it's just like I guess differently colored and weirdly drawn. Then its inheritable reads: End of attack once per turn. If you have another suspended Digimon in play, return one green Digimon card from the trash to your hand. So you're kind of like cycling cards as part of its like purple thing. So you're able to the purple guy. Oh, it's topical because the Five Nights at Freddy's movie came out. I have not seen it. I don't think I'll ever see it because I never gave a shit about the series. But I bet Tyler's going to has already seen it and he's already creamed his pants 5 times. I know him too well. But yeah, it kind of is like cycling cards because you're throwing cards away. So like I said, I'd have to see the full extent of this, but cycling cards is always good. Anyway, weird art. Ooh. Here's an example of where I don't like Koki's art sometimes because I like it when he does darker colors. I'm not the biggest fan of when he does bright colors. Either way, we've got Geo Greymon, a level 4 red and yellow champion with 5000 DP. Its ability reads: Digivolve 2 from level 3 with Agumon in its name and dinosaur traits. So I guess you're looking, so it's an and. So it has to be an Agumon that has dinosaur in its traits. I'd say most would, though I guess maybe Agumon Expert might have something different to say about that. Like, let me go ahead and grab fake Agumon Expert real quick. It's counted as a dinosaur, so I don't know. Maybe that's just like an extra bit or something more specific. Anyway, its ability reads: Start of your main phase, if you have a red or yellow tamer, gain 1 memory. kind of the same thing the Agumon S did, though. Then its inheritable reads, your turn once returned. When one of your red or yellow tamers becomes suspended, draw one. Wasn't that the same effect that Agumon had? Or is it? Yeah, it is. Then it has the same effect as it and the same inheritable. So I guess you're like building on top of it to like get multiples of the same effect, which could be useful because you'd be drawing like a ton of cards, like just once during your turn once you suspend one tamer, I guess. But I really wonder what tamer it's targeting. Either way, not a bad card, but I really need to see the synergy. That's like my biggest line with this episode. Is like, how many different synergies can I find? Anyway, we have a different Antilamon. This is the Data version, or the Deva version. And I like how it's like just sitting around a massive tree. It's got like Lopmon's there, Terriermon's there. I can even see Minomon in the background. So I definitely like this art. It's just chilling. We all be chilling some days. So Antilamon is a level 5 with green and yellow. Has 8,000 BP, and its ability is Digivolve 3 from a level 4 with 2 colored with green. So this doesn't just have to be for like a Lopmon deck, though I bet it works best with that. Its ability is Alliance, and then it also has End of Attack. If you have 3 or fewer security cards, cover +1. That's actually really good in a mixture with like Alliance, because you're going to want to be attacking to use that effect. And then you're instantly just, like, if you're weak, you can get more. So the weirdest thing, if you're going to be using this with a Black Gargomon deck and a Wendigomon deck, you've got 4 colors. You've got green, yellow, purple, and black. You're going to have a really weird mixture of colors. I guess everything is green, but still, it's like a strange mixture of cards. And then its inheritable reads, End of Attack, once per turn, if you have another suspended Digimon in play, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 2,000 DP for the turn. Kind of that same thing the other ones have. Not an amazing ability or inheritable, but the ability itself is really good. So I would definitely use it in a deck like this. It's very weird. So I guess Missymon is actually the in training of Gaussmon, even though it goes from a missile, or it goes from a bomb to a missile to a dinosaur to more dinosaurs. Weird combo, but as you can see in the background, there's Missymon with its fresh forms, and it's got male Bergermon, and sorry, I'm shaking the thing, and it's got Greymon cross with it. I definitely like its art. I like how those are like drawn a little bit more like childlike, but it's uh yellow. It's not yellow. What? Oh, colorblind. There's no kind of blue yellow colorblind. That's not. They're two different like color spectrums. Anyway, it is a level 2 blue with the inheritable. If you on deletion, if you have a Digimon in play, draw 1. I mean, how would this work? Like, does it count as a Digimon to be in play where it deletes? I guess it has to be a different one. But it's like just to have that on deletion effect. On deletion on blue. Like I said in the last episode, it's not the best thing. It doesn't fit together. Though I do like the art, the ability might be a little bit mismatched. Next up, we've got Metal Greymon. You see, I like it when Koki does darker colors. It looks great. I think this is a really cool looking card. It reminds me a lot of the Digimon World 1 depiction of Metal Greymon, other than it just being Black Metal Greymon. Or I guess, yeah, that's Black Metal Greymon, but like, I just like how it's kind of like, feels like that kind of ferocious kind of feeling. So, either way, Metal Greymon is a level 5 Black Digimon with 7,000 DP, and its abilities are Blocker, and when Digivolving, if you want to read that effect, you can read it real quick, but it's the same thing as the Were-Garurumon, just switch the names around. So, yeah, it's that whole cycling thing we were talking about, and it's inheritable as Blocker. So, these feel like they really do need to work together. If you don't have them together, they're not going to work properly. Which is fine, archetypes should stick together, though. It really feels like this only strategy these guys have is just the cycling of cards, which is really cool, but I need to see that happen in real time to see if it actually works. Either way, my biggest praise for this card is just its art looks really good. So, you know me, the artsy sharsy. Next up, is it's another Yokomon. Something behind this looks really cool. We've got Cherubimon Vice. This is really cool. Though it's only a rare. It's only a rare, and that art is really cool. I like how it's like, I don't know, like over a city looking down and grabbing onto buildings. It looks really scary. Like if a giant jester purple bunny started destroying like buildings like that, I'd be scared. Either way, so another mega. And the end of the Cherubimon line, I guess. So it is a mega level with purple and green, and it has 12,000 DP, and its ability reads Digivolve 3 from a level 5 with two colored with green. Its ability is Alliance, so yeah. If you could get this to ally with like, I don't know, like Trubimon Virtue and maybe even Black Saint Gargomon, I think you'd have a very strong card. Then its other ability is when Digivolving. Until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon and one of your level. Wait, what? Until the end of your opponent's turn, this Digimon and one of your level 5 or lower Digimon gain. On deletion, you may play this card without paying cost. So you could kind of ram Trubimon and one of your own Digimon uh, into things, and you don't matter if they die because they come back instantly. So that means you could actually activate and like on deletion effect without having to worry about it, which actually would be really good. I think this card's actually pretty good, and I love its art. So I'd say this is actually one that I could say is pretty viable. All right, last card is Ame no Ohabari. So Ame no Ohabari reminds me of Shimigami Tensei because of Ame no Uzuna, but it's Japanese for something or other. It's got Ravemon like plunging its like blade down into the ground, creating a bunch of lightning, which actually looks really cool. It is a level. It's a level. Yeah, yeah. This option card has levels on it. It is a purple option card with a cost of 4. Its ability is main. By deleting one of your Digimon, delete one of your opponent's Digimon whose level then is less than or equal to. If one of your Digimon with Ravemon in its name was deleted by this effect, and at the end of your opponent's turn, play one Ravemon from the trap without paying cost. So I finally have kind of the strategy that Keenan is supposed to be using. You're supposed to be using this to kill your Ravemon, and then bring it back, and then activate Keenan's effect. That actually works out a lot better. Now I figured out what his strategy actually is supposed to be. Though yeah, I'm not told that beforehand, so I can't really critically evaluate it without knowing the strategy. But I think that strategy would actually work pretty well. Then it's not inheritable. Its security is delete one of your opponent's Digimon with lowest level. Basic, but if they only have one Digimon and that's their Mega, it's the Mega. So not bad, and not bad for a cost of 4. So place that over there. Oh boy, we're seeing so many more cards than I usually see in something like a extra set. Maybe it's just that it's taking me longer to go over them. So therefore it's like, man, it's taken a while. But it's like, no, it could just be that I'm slow. Usually am. Sonic always gets pissed at me that it takes me 9 minutes to finish a classic Sonic level. How about you make your levels not suck? Like in Sonic 2 or 1. Make them like Sonic 3. Anyway, next pack up. Looks like there's something cool back there, but we'll have to wait. Anyway, first up, no, stop shaking. We've got Gabumon. Then we've got another Terriermon. Another Peckmon. We're still waiting for like Yatagarasumon or Crowmon because it's so weird. There's Crowmon from the Data Squad. Then there's Falcomon's original evolution, Yatagarasumon, who literally is just Yatagarasu is crow in Japanese, but they're technically two different Digimon because they look different. So I guess we'll see who's actually in here. And I guess it's Crowmon just because that is the one from Data Squad, but still. And then we've got Skull Knightmon. And then we've got Full Metal Blaze. We got Antilamon. Heaven's Judgment. We have like 3 of these. These are the only yellows we've actually found. Anyway, we've got Sunomon. And I don't know what's up with this art. I guess it's been encaged in an incubator, but I guess it's trapped in there because it's not very happy. You can tell, very edgy. Anyway, it is a. I don't want to see what's back there. I want to be surprised. It's a black in training with the inheritable. Your turn once per turn, and one of your other Digimon evolves. Draw one. With what we know about how these cards are supposed to like chain Digivolve, that actually works out pretty well. So I'd say that's a pretty good effect for them. But we'll have to see if like is there a Koromon card that also kind of does it. So we'll have to see. Next up, we've got Galmon again. Got another black Growlmon. Ooh, all right. So we have the last of the weird Trubimons. We've got Trubimon Virtue. I wish they would label it as like good Trubimon Evil, because instead it's just Trubimon and Trubimon. Kind of weird. Anyway, I like how it's like flying in the sky with like arrows coming out with Angelomon and Pegasusmon out there, who are like a de-evolution and armor evolution of the other archangels themselves. So, I get your reference. Anyway, I like how the art is just kind of like they're up in the sky. Oh wait, there's an Nefertimon. Oh, there's Angemon down there. I didn't even notice. There's 5 Digimon in this one. You get brownie points. I just like when there's a ton of Digimon. Anyway, its effect reads Digivolve 3 from a level 5 with 2 colors with green. Its ability is Alliance. And then when Digivolving and when attacking, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 3000 DP for each of your suspended Digimon. So if you had used like Alliance to like attack, you'd be suspending uh like yourself, like Trubimon and another card, because when it attacked, that means would it lower like one Digimon by 6,000 then, or does it count every other one before it gets suspended? I don't know. You could also just attack with Antilamon the turn beforehand or that turn by using Alliance, and if it's still alive and the other suspended Digimon is still alive, you can then Digivolve it and then activate the effect that way. I like I always find DP lowering strats to be pretty cheap, and I think most people can agree with that. But I still, it's not big enough to become cheap enough. So I don't know. All right, last card is. Ooh, I didn't. Oh, that's an SR. It's Medieval Gallantmon. I didn't even know they had a card for this. This is a really fucking cool looking card. Medieval Gallantmon is a weird one because the first time I actually saw it was in Digimon Masters. From what, at least in that game, uh, there's the Gallantmon X line right next to the Gallantmon line. And Medieval Gallantmon is supposed to be the like Crimson mode of the X variant, which is very interesting. But here it's only marked as a level 6, so I'm guessing it's just meant to be, at least in the card game, like a separate evolution for Gallantmon. So either way, I always felt it was like one of the coolest design ones, right next to Gallantmon X and stuff like that. So, I mean, I like it a lot. Either way, it is a Mega with red and green. It has 12,000 DP. Then it actually has a security effect, which is weird. Security, play this card without battling and without paying the cost. Damn. At the end of the turn, return this Digimon to your hand. So, like, he just gets sent right down onto the field and then straight into your hand. That's interesting. But it's without battling. So the other Digimon it's fighting against survives no matter what. But it's like, I guess it sticks to the field, and then it bounces to your hand at the end of that turn. Unless there's a way that you could somehow just check your security yourself, which there are certain ways, like take the top card off your security stack, but it's not in a battle sense. You can't make yourself attack yourself, sadly. So I don't really know what's the point in hitting the field during your opponent's turn and then doing nothing and then just heading straight back to your hand. Then it says on play when attacking. So it when it's saying it, so it's playing it. So you're actually just looking to get the on play effect from taking out from security. Or when attacking, delete one of your opponent's Digimon 6,000 or DP or less. If no Digimon were deleted by this effect, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. And then that Digimon doesn't unsuspend during your opponent's next suspend phase. Okay, so the point is to try and get out of your security is to play that effect instantly. It's not the best effect. You're kind of suspending something, but if you're doing that, you might stop like a second attack during your opponent's turn. So that would prove useful. And it's just a strong card in general, and it looks cool. I think my biggest point for this card is just it's a really cool looking card. But I have to find a strategy in which that would probably, be great. All right, let's get it. I didn't even get a good rip. Whatever. You get it. You get a couple of moans this time. I don't have the energy. My hands are too slippery. Oh, the Digimon cards are making my hands slippery. Hey, it's me, Hickey. Hickey's back. Hickey likes Digimon. If you don't know Hickey, and you don't know our PlayStation Home Exploration series, definitely check that one out because I love that one. Just for my favorite character in the backlog, Hickey. It's great. And his brother, Slicky, or something weird. Anyway, first up we got Lopmon. Then we've got Gaussmon. Black Grumon. Oh, I just skipped one. But it's another one we just saw. Tarnished Hero. Wendigomon. That doesn't go there, that goes there. Geograymon. And Telamon. Looks like there's something good back there. Ah, this is new. We've got Black Rapidmon. I'm not sure if I like this art all that much. It makes Black Rapidmon look fat as fuck. He's thicked up, man. Also, it's hiding most of his like stuff in the darkness, so I'm not sure if I like this art that much, but definitely got a lot of words on it. I mean, I will tell you, Black Rapidmon is definitely one of my favorite Digimon. But I think it's because I like the art of Rapidmon already, so just turn him black and he's even cooler. So, not sure if this art does him justice, but it's okay. Anyway, his ability, he is a green and black ultimate with 8,000 DP, and his ability is Digivolve 3 from a level 4 with Gargomon in its name, or 2 colors of green. So I don't know why it lists Gargomon specifically, but I guess it doesn't just mean like the black Gargomon from this set. It also means just any Gargomon at all. Then it's got Alliance, and then end of attack, Digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So yeah, you could choose anything. It doesn't even say Digivolve a specific one. You could just choose one. So you could literally just Digivolve their like Mega. It's actually pretty fucking good. So I'd say this is actually a pretty good ability just for that alone. And its inheritable is your turn once per turn. When an effect suspends on their Digimon, this Digimon gains Piercing. I mean, Piercing is already really good, so I'm okay with that. This is actually, even though the art kind of sucks, this ability is actually pretty good. Oh, damn. If only I had cooler art. Maybe there's an alt art somewhere in the set for this. I don't think there would be, but like it's one of my favorites. So seems like I deserve it. Anyway, next up we've got Pinamon. It's a I'm gonna guess that's supposed to be the in training for Falcomon because that's the in training for Falcomon's regular mode, not his 2008 mode. But they're just walking around town, I guess, just having a night on the town. And it is a in training purple with the ability on deletion if deleted outside of battle, gain one memory. So I'm guessing the whole deleted outside of battle must have to do with their option cards. So that's probably where all that's coming from. So I'm fine with that. Other than that, kind of a basic card. I'm a basic fish. All right, so put that down there. We've got Digital Translator, which is showing Sakuyamon turning into Kuzuyamon and Mega Gargomon turning into Black Mega Gargomon. That's actually some pretty fucking cool art because technically it's got 4 Digimon in it, and it's not even like a specific Digimon. All right, so it's a white option cord, yes, with a cost of 3, and its ability reads: this card is also treated as having plugin in its thing. Excuse me. So it's meant as a plugin card. While you have a tamer in play, you may use this card without meeting color requirements. I mean, that's kind of how all plugins work, but yeah, It's missing the name, so I guess at least they wanted to, say it had it. And its ability is main, choose one of your level 6 Digimon. Ignoring its Digivolution requirements and without paying the cost, it may Digivolve into a level 6 Digimon card in your hand with a different name that includes the chosen Digimon's name. So I'm guessing you could have it be like if you had a Sakuyamon in the field, you could just change it into Kuzuyamon. Or, yeah, a Sakuyamon in the field, change it into Kuzuyamon without having to pay cost. So I don't know why you're running Sakuyamon in that deck with it. You could technically do that, so I have to figure out what kind of strategy you want to get out of that. Though that would be interesting. And its narrative says, security, return one Digimon card from the trash to your hand and add this card to your hand. So you're pretty much looking for Kazuyamon, Chaos Gallantmon, or like Black Mega Gargomon. So I guess you could also just choose anything that has separate names. So it doesn't just have to be those three. Probably find requirements for it. I said it's a pretty good card. Next up, we've got Terriermon Assistant again, and this one behind it, we've got Victory Greymon. So now we've got both. Oh, I put Gaussmon in the wrong thing. Well, okay, so we've got Victory Greymon. So we've got the other side to the Zigurumon stuff. I wonder if that's what the Geo Greymon line was trying to build up to. That would have been weird. But that might be part of Digimon V or whatever. So either way, this is some pretty cool fucking art because he's just like swiping away at the ground, I guess. Or I don't know, maybe is he trying to fight against Zigurumon? That could be like the two pieces to create the story of these cards. Either way, Victory Greymon is a mega level Digimon with 12,000 DP, and its ability reads: when Digivolving, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 6,000 DP or less. For every Digimon your opponent has in play, add 2,000 to the maximum of this DP-based deletion effect and delete. So for every Digimon, so if they had two in play, you could target like a 10,000, like a basic mega. But I guess you'd need to have your opponent be in a higher game state than you, so I guess it depends. Then all turns, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon is deleted, if you have a Tamer in play, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. So you pretty much get to destroy two things as long as you have a Tamer in place, which is actually pretty good as well. Though I don't know what Tamer they're meaning. They could just be meaning any Tamer, really, but I have a feeling they're meaning something specific. Alright, so that's the last card in that one. I think we can do probably one more before we finish up this episode. Just because I'd like to get more done. Yeah, feels like in these new packs, the plastic is a lot tougher. Maybe I've just weakened over the time. It's because I haven't been opening Digimon cards recently. I don't have the power anymore. I'm not prepared enough. But yeah, it feels like it's a little bit harder to rip them open. So it's harder to make the joking, screaming noises as I mess with them. Which is cringe because that's the best part for me. Even though these videos don't tend to get a ton of views, they do tend to get some. I hope you guys will be enjoying them. Either way, in this pack we got Agumon. We've got Fake Agumon Expert. Long name, dude. That needed to be shortened down a bit. Greymon. Male Verdramon. Renamon. Windigomon. Geo Greymon. Greymon. They worked right after each other. Black Rapidmon. Pinamon. Penismon. We've got Shadow Serafimon, which is actually really cool. Though I don't know why that one wasn't put inside of a Digimon Frontiers based set. I guess the whole alternative beings kind of gimmick. That was the point of it. Sorry, I'm like cracking my neck right now. Oh, having to like lean over to look at the cards. Not the best on your neck. So either way, Shadow Serafimon is a black and yellow Digimon with 12,000 DP. And its ability reads, Digivolve 1 from Serafimon. So this is supposed to be a like a form change in a way. And it definitely doesn't cost that much. Then it says, opponent's turn. When a card is removed from your security stack, de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So you could like just even when you get attacked, you can just start de-digivolving things, which is actually pretty good. And it doesn't have to be the one that attacked, because the one that attacked died, then you can just choose something else. On deletion, recovery +1. Then, one of your opponent's Digimon gets negative 4,000 DP for each card in your security stack. So depending on how late game state is, that might not have much ability, but if it's early, and somehow this thing gets destroyed, you're gonna start you're gonna pretty much kill a Digimon, depending on how many security you have. That's actually a pretty good card. Though you'd have to find a way to shove it into like a yellow and black deck. And somehow Patamon in there. Last card is Mock Galgamon. Place that over there. I like this art. It reminds me of an older art for Zigurumon that I actually do have in my binders. I think it might be the same artist, though I don't remember their name. So either way, it just looks like, I don't know, Mock Galgamon. Mock Galgamon is like, oh, he's like hitting the whip. He's hitting the whip at you, man. I remember having a toy of Mock Galgamon. It could actually like digivolve into like Gaomon, or not Gaomon, but Galgamon or something like that. It was pretty cool. Though I don't think I have it anymore. I think I threw it away because it broke. I don't know why I did that. I was a stupid kid. Anyway, it is a ultimate level with 7,000 DP, and its ability reads: when digivolving, return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to its owner's hand. So, still following that Gaomon kind of line. And then its inheritable is: when attacking, once per turn, if your opponent has 8 or more cards in their hand, unsuspend this Digimon. I mean, unsuspending things is really good, because that means you get to attack twice. Though the whole trying to get 8 cards into your opponent's hand is going to be really hard, I guess, depending on, how many cards they have in their hands. So, okay, so we're probably going to end this episode here. I'm looking to see what was my favorite card out of everything that we did this time around. I'm looking back at the bent card. I hate that I bent it. I hate that. I hate it so much. I'm so depressed. I think my favorite was most likely Medieval Gallantmon, just because of how cool he looks. I definitely like that Digimon. So either way, we're gonna end this for here. So next time on opening Digimon cards, hopefully we're gonna start picking up some pace, because the stuff has been taking a slow turn, but it's always a slow burn at the beginning. Then we're gonna start, bam.
And before I end this episode, I want to thank all of my YouTube members, including the Disciples of Epsilon, Trey Lafari, Gray, Phoenix, Shell Bagan and Hummus, Darcy Lanfranco, Freddie, and Yuki. Without you all, this channel wouldn't stay afloat. So thank you for all your support, and I'll see you guys next time!